Welcome you all here to Darren's Village. My name is Brian Suhr. I'm an international master trainer, and we are sitting here for the village today. We are actually in the academy. I have the opportunity to get back to work now. We can go here in the office and of course in our beautiful academy. And I'd like actually today also to show some hair to you, ladies and gentlemen. So I brought in the beautiful Martina here, one of my colleagues. And it's not so easy as you imagine to find models that come and do a live also under this condition that there is at the moment. Here in Italy, we're so lucky we just managed to open up the salons like last week. So the hairdressers are super busy, and I'm quite sure those of you that are already working in salon, you are super busy too. So today is about long hair tips and tricks. And my first idea was actually to blow dry Martina's hair quite straight, but I must admit she has the most beautiful curls and she has like so much hair that you can't believe it. I gotta turn Martina around a little bit so you have an idea like how long her hair is. I cannot show the total length, but I will lift it up here. You can see here it is quite long, her hair actually. So when we talk about long hair clients coming to the salon, of course we have like different kind of products and devices that we can recommend for the client to use inside the salon and also at the home to do the nice styling, to do the nice shampoo and conditioning and treatments on the hair. So before I'm gonna run over Martina's hair, I just want to show you all how Martina's hairs look like this morning when she come in here to me literally just 1 hour ago. Just to have an idea how her hair normally looks a little bit frizzy. There you are, you can see there. So it's quite frizzy. She has some color on the inside length, some bleach. And just so you have an idea what it looked like from the side, that's how it looked like from the side, okay? So this was 1 hour ago. So what I decided here to Martina's hair was actually to give a little bit more elasticity to the hair and make it a little bit stronger at the same time. Because what we quite often know is like when you have like curly hair, natural curly hair, it's missing some sebum. The natural sebum is not the same as if you have like normal straight hair. So what is very important also here is that you have all the highlights that you can see here through the ends of the lengths. Those highlights, of course, also even make the hair more frizzy, right? It's also dehydrate the hair more and the texture changes a lot. So we have different kind of products that we can use for the long hair. So example, we could use the Milo range from Essential Hair Care, which I showed you here. So we have the Milo range with the lentil extract inside. The lentil extract inside have amino acids inside that actually help again to protect the cuticle on the hair. And at the same time, in your conditioner, you also find ingredients called quaternium number 8. And the quaternium number 8 help actually to facilitate the blow dry, so go faster for the clients to blow dry the hair at home. So Milo range can be super nice for long hair. It can be curly, it can be straight hair, and so on. But of course, you know also like when you have like curly hair, we have the Love family. And the Love family, you find that you have like your shampoos, the Love, and here you have the Nota Almond as your active ingredients. You find also the conditioner inside, and then you also have a hair mask. So there's different opportunities depending on what kind of hair you're working on and what kind of condition the hair is already having. So as you can see here, Martina's hair is beautiful curly. It's getting a little bit frizzy, as you can see, as I sit here and dry by itself. So I decided to give more elasticity and nicer structure to the ends of the lengths where you have the pre-lighted hair. I decided to do a beautifying treatment before we're gonna do the styling for you today, guys. So the beautifying treatment is where you can use your on protection. As you can see here, the on protection is where you can take 12 ml of the on protection into 70 ml of clean water. So probably most clean water will be a bottled water, unless because it's not nice if you have a lot of chlorine or other cleansing agents inside your water to make it drinkable. Example, some countries, then we recommend bottled water. Okay, so 12 ml of the on protection and 70 ml of water. You mix it together in a bottle, and then you're gonna apply all over the hair. But before you do that, we do a shampoo. So today on Martina's hair, I decided actually to use the Milo shampoo on her hair. So the Milo range, as I just showed you before, the Milo shampoo I use here on her hair. I shampoo just one time, and then I applied the on protection all over the hair. I started with interlinks first, so I'm sure that I have enough product because that's where it's mostly needed, because we need to go in and regenerate the bonds that may be broken here. The bond stays maybe a little bit weak. We need to regenerate them. And then I ended up in the scalp area with what was left of the product. I emulsified it into the hair and left it on for 10 minutes. Then I remove excess liquid, so don't rinse it out, you leave it on, but I remove excess liquid because it's quite liquid. So I remove that part, and then I apply on top of it. I took the Milo conditioner, as you can see here. The Milo conditioner is processing time is 2 to 5 minutes. I left it on maximum time, so 5 minutes, and then I rinse it out. That's how you do the beautifying treatment with on protection. And what it does actually, you have like the lipoic acid and the maleic acid inside. And what they actually do, they're gonna go in and they're gonna regenerate the broken bonds that's broken from previous bleach on the hair. They can also strengthen those bonds that's a little bit weak, and give elasticity back to the hair again. And you know quite often with the curly hair, elasticity is what is missing on curly hair, right? Then, let's say here that I want to make the hair straight today. And as you can imagine here, with all this hair Martina have here, it will take me probably 1 hour to make a beautiful straight. It'll be very boring for you guys to look at. So, but in case I want to make the hair straight here, I could use examples from one side, the relaxing fluid. The relaxing moisturizing fluid is just with the strength of 1. You can all see behind the tube of the Davines moisturizer product how strong they are. They go from 1 to 5. So 1 is like really natural. So you're not going to feel any products on the hair. What the relaxing moisturizing fluid will do to the hair, it will help to smoothen the cuticles. So it's going to be much easier for you to take the brush through when you try to make it straight the hair. So it's going to be much easier to work with when you use a run brush on the hair. What I quite often do at the same time, oops, that was the wrong one. That's the wrong one to use actually. That's the one I want to use later. I will take the oil on oil, which you see here from one side. So first I take my relaxing fluid, I apply it all over the hair, and then I apply my oil on oil on top of it. And then I start to do my blow dry. Because here we have like a lot of moisture inside. And also again here, the strength is just 1, so the client's not going to feel any kind of products on the hair. So relaxing fluid, moisturizing fluid, and your oil on oil, they are actually very good for those clients that don't like to feel starting products. They maybe don't want to have a starting product on the hair. They work really beautiful on this type of hair. But today we decided actually to keep Martina's curls because they are just like so beautiful. So I want to keep the curls, to be honest. With the curls, we have different kind of opportunities. Inside the Love Curl family, you can find different kind of products. You can find a primer, which is like a primer when you also do your makeup, right? That you need something to create the perfect base for the blow dry. So you can use a primer. Then you have like 2 options. You can apply a curl cream. The curl cream is when you have like nice curls, nice definition to the curls. You take the curl cream. Then you have the curl controller, which you see here. The curl controller is more if the curls are more frizzy. So you're gonna control more the frizziness of the curls. That's when we need the curl controller here. So little what I'd like to do here today, I'm gonna use a little bit of the curl controller because my hair is a little bit frizzy. So I'm gonna take a little bit amount of that. I'm just gonna show you here. That amount, that's what I'm gonna use to start with, and then I start to apply to the ends and the lengths. And Martina have literally so much hair that I'm from Scandinavia, I'm from Denmark. So we have very fine hair texture. So I must admit here, Martina, she probably had the hair for like 3 Danish ladies at the same time. You can see here at the surface here got a little bit dry for me. So I just take the Diddy spray just to, because the light here is quite strong, it's quite warm. So I just want to be sure that I have the same moisture on the top hair here. Underneath is nice moisture still, but here it's got a little bit too dry. And I want the curl to be really, really beautiful. So just moisturize them with the Diddy. I'm just gonna take a comb to be sure the moisture gonna be the same all over. And for those who are wondering why I'm wearing gloves, it's because here in Italy, we have to wear a mask for the protection of the clients, and we also have to wear gloves when working in the salon. So you can imagine it's going to be a hot summer we're going to have here in Italy. I'm quite sure a lot of those of you that work in salons, you're going to have some really good challenge this summer here when you're going to work. I use just a little more of the curl controller. This time here, I take it around the hairline. So just to smooth out a little bit the frizziness that lays around the hairline. Because that's the worst things for many girls I know when they have like curly hair. They are a little bit tired of they see those frizziness around the hairline. So just gonna take around the hairline just like this. Really smooth it out in a nice way. And then before I took the wrong product, so I take it again here. This time here, I'm gonna use the curl building serum. You have two options again here with your curls when you want to style your curls. You have the curl building serum, as you see here. And we also have the curl building moisturizing mousse, okay? What's the difference between those two products? Except for one is a gel and one is a mousse. It is the curl building serum. It's very nice when you have nice curls, frizzy, like you see Martina have here. They're gonna be really beautiful on her hair. But if she didn't have some nice definition to the curls, if the elasticity was missing on the hair, I would go for my curl boosting mousse instead, because it will give more elasticity to the hair and again define the curls in a very, very beautiful way. The mousse have a strength of 3, where the curl building serum only have a strength of 2. So again, here is very, very soft and again, very, very natural to use again here on the hair. A small amount of product. And one thing that I must admit the last few weeks when I've been doing live models here in the village, I actually start to have to get used to work with gloves because you have no idea how much product is actually on the hair. And it's something that I think we never have thought about. I never thought about myself as a hairdresser actually, how much we actually feel the hair, right? How much feeling, how much product stays on the hair. So you can imagine here when you put on styling products like the curl building serum that I'm using now, it is literally not so easy to have an idea how much I actually use. But I go a little bit like my feelings, how I normally use this product. So normally use 2 hazelnuts on a hair. But I must admit today where I have so much hair in the chair, I think I even go for 3, maybe even 4. What I like about when I use my hands is I can really feel the cuticles, how they're feeling, how soft and smooth they feel. Now here, of course, I don't really have that idea, but what I can do here again, when I have applied the product, I can start to lift up a little bit the curls, crunch them a little bit with my fingers, and see actually how is the definition gonna come out of the curls. If that's what I'm looking for, I think I can go for a little bit more. And I think I'm gonna go a little bit for a little bit extra. So another one. So 4 hazelnuts I've been using here on Martina's hair, okay? Especially through the ends, I really emphasize the product here because this is where we quite often see the curls get frizzy, right? And then finally, it's really smooth again through the front section of the client. And also here, I try most of the time to work always from behind the clients. Don't go in front of the clients to keep the safety distance. Because again, there's something we have to work on. That we keep the safety for the clients. I add a little more ditty spray here where I find the hair dries too fast. As you can see here, it's quite hot here in the academy. And now I'm actually ready to style my curls. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna ask Martina to slide down. So probably not gonna see so much of that, but I think Yes, if Martina, you go there. So what I'm doing now is just crunching, to crunch the curls one more time. Until I find they have a nice definition. And then I think to finish with, it's a bit like a glossing of a cake, right? I'm gonna finish with the all-in-one milk from the oil range, where you have the root oil inside. It is literally like a leave-on conditioner. I spray through all the hair, just like that. And then I go in again, just crunch the hair again with my fingers. I don't make it frizzy, I just make it look really, really nice and curly. So just so for you to see here, how the curls actually gets more better. And again here, I add a little bit more diddy spray. And if you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to write in the chat, okay? And then I'll start here to actually lift up the curls and start to blow dry the hair. Can you stand up and see the continue? Just stand up here. Stand up there. Yep. So just lift up the curls. So get more body and volume on the top. The curls also get a nice definition. At the same time, I keep it on high heat and low speed when I blow dry the curls. So then you just slide down at the top. Okay. And don't use the fingers too much because then it becomes too freezy. As well, we know Martina's hair, as you can see earlier, it can get very freezy, very fast. So I just want to be sure the curls look really beautiful and become nice and defined. I let the curl work by themselves, so I don't really do so much. I just put the hair into the diffuser. And then another thing that's very important is don't over dry the hair. So try not to dry the hair too much. And in cases you start to see frizziness, use again the distance spray, put some on, and then you're good. Now what I'm doing, I just crunch the curls just to let them cool down a little bit. They start actually to look really beautiful. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna ask Martina to turn the head upside down. So I'm just gonna turn around. And if you take your head the other way down. Forward. Avanti? No. Yeah, always interesting when you do styling here. To be sure you get exactly the right definition. But a good tips and tricks for you guys, because it's again very hard to understand when the hair is dry, when you have the gloves on, especially when you're talking about curls, and even when I'm brushing the hair. So actually the last few times I've done this, I literally just ask the models to touch the hair and they tell me how the hair feels like, because they normally know if the hair is dry or, you know, still moist. So that's what we do again. A different way to cooperate with our models, with our clients in the salon. I'm quite sure a lot of us can have some good challenge to make it all work really, really beautiful and well in the salon. Why are you gonna work there, right? Another way you can do some fast treatments in the salon. Some of you maybe joined my class last week where I talked about what you can do actually. And one way you can do is instead of let the conditioner or mask or whatever be on the hair for 10 minutes, as you normally do in many cases with that curly hair, greasy hair in the salon, you can do it as a treatment service. So you put it on after the shampoo and cover dry hair, but then you start to do your haircuts, because that way you will see how the hair actually starts to look beautiful, amazing, and literally it doesn't make any difficulties in the haircut. I find even sometimes it makes it easier to literally to section up the hair, because certainly you have something that is more holding the hair at the same time, because you have the cream base. So this is really something I like a lot to do myself sometimes to save time. And also we have to think about in the salon, we can have clients that maybe don't have so much time coming to the salon. And also there can be some restrictions in some areas, how long time they can spend in the salon. I know in some countries the clients can max be in the salon for half an hour or something. So you can see in half an hour how many things can you do. So that is another way you can again regenerate an easy cash flow just by letting the client having a fast treatment. And that's another way you still can easily earn, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20 euro extra. Because we also at the moment, we only need to think about that for those weeks, months we have not been working, how can we somehow still regenerate a cash flow, right? And I think that's really one way you can do it, to really go in and do like a fast treatments, express treatments, using the nourishing family example, which are all the long hair clients. I'm quite sure they would like to see the hair more beautiful, also to bring new energy to the hair, because you all know when you've been locked in your house for a long time, you maybe have some stress factors, you cannot leave your house and so on. Okay, you try to have that happening. You are whole. So I think now you can start to see here how my curls come out really beautiful. You put down the head again. So really think about how you can work in a different way in the salon compared to how you're normally working. To regulate some fast cash flow in the salon. And also maybe even create some new business for yourself. Because I'm quite sure the other clients, they're willing to spend some money. I can see those hairdressers. If you come down again, that's it. When I talk with hairdressers so far from all over the world, the last few weeks, even I have my sister, she has a salon in Denmark, and she actually said the clients are willing to spend money, but of course, you also have a time limit. in that sense that we need to be sure that we don't have like big color service sitting in the salon and we don't really earn so much money while those services are going on, right? So what I did now, I just used my hands, my fingers, just to cool down my curls. And I can see just some of them are slightly a little bit wet still. So I'm just gonna try a little bit more before we can see the result here on our beautiful curls. And even here, Martina, she would like to do some blondes. So here we have talked about to maybe one of the next days or next week, I'm gonna do some videos of the live colors. So I would probably like to use Martina for that. Just to go in example with the Liberty freehand bleach, just to put in a little bit of lighting towards the roof because we had a very big regrowth, to be honestly. And just to make it a little bit lighter and brighter through the mid lanes because she had like beautiful light on the tips, but we're missing some light towards the roots. Also because when you have so much hair like Martina has, you then have all this kind of dark color around the face, you don't see the curls so nice. I find it looks very beautiful if you just have some stripes. And here again, we could just go in a fast way to put maybe just, let's say, 15 to 20 slices with the freehand Liberty bleach. So freehand technique again here, just to define the curls, and that's it. So little what I'm doing, just cooling down the curls. It's also not, you know, you can actually see here how the curls come out really like a big hair, really beautiful. And here now I didn't do yet any finishing product on the hair, right? I just now have styled the curls, but just so you have an idea how it look like. But you can see here, Martina's roots, they're quite dark. So it could actually be nice to go in and take some sections, some strands out, just put on the Liberty to lighten up some of those. So just get more light come through and get more lightness also to her hair because she had really loads of hair. And I want to say something because Martina told me, and I have to tell you, she hadn't been to a hairdresser for 1 year to cut her hair and color it. Isn't it like crazy? So I convinced her that we will do that in one of the next weeks. So she will have a little bit of a new look here. So let me just check here because I think that some of you maybe wrote in the chat. What do you put the milk in after the product with hold instead of before? Good question, but honestly, you still have to think about you put on product, right? But when we put on products, we don't get the products everywhere. There's still a lot of hair where we maybe not get the products in between. So even the milk after, you can see here, it gives really nice benefits for the hair too. But for sure, you can use it even before, but even you also have to think about the milk you can even use after when you're used to styling because it is like a conditioner. So because it has this kind of conditioning effect, it also can take away some of the frizziness that can be on the hair sometimes. So even let's say if her hair was maybe not so nice as it is now, let's say it start to freeze up when I start to blow dry the hair, I will put on more milk probably because the Diddy spray is more light, the milk is more heavy. And you can see here Martina's hair, she can take a heaviness on the hair because she has tons of it and the curls have a beautiful definition. Let's say she has like finer hair and more wavy. I'll be a little bit careful not to use too much milk. Then I'll use much more of the Diddy spray example because it is like that. So what I like to do now to finish the curls so they look even more beautiful, if you climb down again, I'm just gonna go in here and just have a little more definition to them. And again here you have different kind of opportunities that you can use for the curls. We have here the invisible serum, which I really like, and that's the one I have in mind to use on Martina's hair. Or we also have the oil that you can use here. And oil, as you probably all know, is worked really beautiful on, you know, nearly all kind of hair. I would say the oil is always amazing. But I think also sometimes we forget there's other products. So I think the invisible serum is really nice because again, the control is 1, so the hold is 1. And again, it's very, very nice and very, very light. So just use not a big amount. I'm just gonna start with this. And again, I always start with the ends first, just to get more definition, and also because they are the one that is drier. So if I put on too much product, the risk is not so big than if I start to the mid-lengths or the roots area, because then it can look greasy, right? And you saw what I used before, and you can see how the hair really absorb it. And I must admit, I think also those gloves, they absorb a little bit of the product. So I just took a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen. And again here, just crunch the hair. And you can stand up, Martina. I'm gonna remove this one here. I'm gonna remove this one here so you can see how beautiful. Can you stand up for me? Cool. Then you can come over here. So now Martina's actually, the studio work this way here, ladies and gentlemen. The Martina have literally a mirror in front of her together with an iPad. So she can see her hair. How do you feel your hair, Martina? How do you see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I love the waves. I love the curl hair.
Yeah.
Very soft.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Is it different compared to when you normally style your hair?
Yes, yes, yeah, more defined.
More
yes,
defined.
More defined.
More definition.
Yes, yes.
Can you turn around for us? So you can see here how the curls come out. Very nice definition to them. Beauty, elasticity. And again, for those of you that maybe just joined in lately, just want to show you how Martina hair looked like. Now it's 2 hours ago because she come here 1 o'clock, but this is how it looked like before, right? So you can see here again, not really a lot of definition to the curls. And I have another picture here where you see from the sides. So again, you can also see here the shine. There's no shine on the hair. Now at least we can see some shine coming through the hair. You see again the definition of the curls. So just again here to do a recap for you, ladies and gentlemen, what we've been doing today. First, we used the Milo shampoo, as you can see here, from the Essential Hair Care range. And you have the lentil extract inside, and they have amino acids inside that help actually to protect the cuticle. That's why the Milo is for long hair, and it can be long hair that can be natural. It can be for long hair that is even damaged. The Milo family is really beautiful. Then because the hair have all those kind of blonde shades coming through, but you can see they're only on half the hair because it was 1 year ago Martina had the color done. So what I decided to do here was to use an on protection treatment. On protection is the treatment here that you can add into your color service. You can put it into the bleach, but in the Daveness bleach example, in the Essential Light, we already have the protection, so we don't need it. But this is malic acid and lipoic acid that you have inside. And what it does, it's gonna go in and regenerate those bonds that is weak. They're gonna make them stronger. And those bonds that is broken, they're gonna reconnect them so the hair actually becomes stronger and get more elasticity. Plus it compact your cuticle. You take 12 ml of the on protection and you add it into 70 ml of water. And after you shampoo the hair, you towel dry the hair and you apply the lotion all over. You leave it on for 10 minutes. Then you remove excess liquid or water, if you can put it that way. And then on top of that, you put your conditioner that will be most suitable. I could examine here also have used Love Curl, but we decided to go for Milo today because it's a long hair and it's actually working very well on her hair. So on top of the on protection beautifying treatment, I added my Milo conditioner and I left it on for 5 minutes I comb all the hair before rinse, and then this is the result you see here after we again have applying the Love Curl Controller. First for the styling, Love Curl Controller, and then on top of that I use the curl building serum, as you see here. The Love Curl Controller take away the frizziness of the hair, and then finally I use the invisible serum for styling and finishing the result here. So that's all we've been using today on Martina's hair, as you can see here. I hope you like the result. I'd like to say thank you for joining our class today. You can look at the camera again. And we hope you have enjoyed the time with us today here from the Demoness Village, from the Demoness Education. I'd like to say thank you to you all for spending your time. Take care and stay safe, and see you one of the next day for one of our other seminars. Bye-bye.